It is so hard to believe that this is actually happening after all this time. And I got to be honest with you, this is the lo-fi, the lo-fiest live stream in the history of the universe. Welcome to Simplicity. Welcome to the beginning of something remarkable. You were here on the very first day of Joyfully Dull. You were here when a random guy, after spending 30 years in journalism, 25 years in broadcasting, 30 years telling stories, decided that this is not great for ASMR, is it? Decided that it was time for technology to take a back seat. I mean, honestly, as if you needed telling. For us to embrace the messy, unvarnished, unfiltered nature of life, to enjoy every second, to not get caught up in all of the nonsense, the egos, the status, the vainglorious obsessions that so many people have. Which is why right now you're not seeing me, you're not seeing anything of interest, you're seeing random shots of my kitchen at just before 7:45 on a Sunday night. The Sunday scaries, we've got school tomorrow. The camera is just going crazy. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm not wearing a gimbal. This is not about Steadicam. I've borrowed my gorgeous wife V's Pilates ring. I've hobbled and cobbled 4 elastic bands around an iPhone. I have my DJI Mic 2 strapped to my crewneck t-shirt. And do you know what? If this isn't joyfully dull, then I've not done my job. Welcome, hello. It's great to be with you. Can't physically see you. That will come one day when we have our first joyfully dull meetup, and then the conference. By the way, this pretend, very important I say pretend, this pretend thermos flask, and by the way, don't judge me, that salmon packet is going down to the bin in the morning. That pretend thermos flask I put in, my God, you almost saw me on the microwave. That would have been exciting for you. This baby towel, I told you, this is authentic, this is real. That fake thermos flask, for the first time today, I took a thermos flask and a bottle when I took the baby out in the pram this morning in, I'm going to be partially rude, the pissing rain. I took the bottle, I took the thermos flask. I thought, if the kid needs feeding while I'm out, do you know what? Crack on. I've got you covered. I am the action man of Oranienburg. If you don't know where Oranienburg is, you're not missing out. I can assure you of that. It's a district on the outskirts of Berlin, which is much more rock and roll. And I'm here tonight, very short order. I did try and record earlier on for a number of reasons, notwithstanding the fact that I hadn't clicked the go live button in YouTube. After using this Prism application on the iPhone, doing my worst with that, realised I needed to do it twice. I had dreams of having a reasonable setup to do this live stream, and I'm going to eat that. And one thing led to another. It didn't record because that's how my world works in technology now, even though I've been knocking around with computers for 43 years. 1982, I had my first computer, Spectrum, and I guess that's going with the salmon, and I don't care. And I guess this is in part why I have this sense of rebellion. By the way, I thoroughly recommend the Cosori air fryer. It is joyful. It's a wonderful piece of kit, and it just lives up there, and I'm okay with that. If you're okay with that, we're going to get on just fine. But I guess having the Spectrum and being around computers for 40 odd years, by the way, I do recommend one of these bench scrapers. It does the job wonderfully. It does the job of 1,000 men. I guess this rebellion just starts because I decided that it was high time to reclaim our humanity. And there are a number of people, a number of heroes in my midst who have inspired this. There's Bob Mortimer and Paul Whitehouse with their Gone Fishing on the BBC. There is Prunella Scales and Timothy West. I loved them both equally. And they, something with fennel. I'm not quite sure what the missus made there. But we're going to be talking a lot more about the I don't know what that is. This is not a great advertisement for the cooking part of Joyfully Dull, is it? I don't even know whether to keep that or not. I'm going to put it in the fridge once this blessed live stream has met its timely end. So, Mortimer and Whitehouse Gone Fishing. Yeah, great canal journeys. Tom Allen in his garden podcast. Giles Brandreth, love his jumpers. By the way, glad I haven't got smelly vision here because those pipes need cleaning. Let's get this out of the way and do it properly, shall we? Don't want the health inspector to come around. I wonder if vicariously, because I'm showing food surfaces, whether I need to have a certificate, because you could in some way be by osmosis affected. If you're affected by any of the issues discussed on tonight's programme, please go to heck. These are all like noble causes. These are all ambassadors, even though they don't know they're ambassadors. They're ambassadors for the Joyfully Dull movement. What is Joyfully Dull? Joyfully Dull is when you revel and rejoice in the mundane, when you embrace the boring, when you realise that life has so many sharp edges and smooth curves, and you can enjoy them all equally. It's not about excitement 24 hours a day. It's not even about excitement for any of the 24 hours of a day sometimes. Because let me just, disgraceful, let me just, one of my heroes, and this is where we get to finally do a little bit of the simplicity. Oh, sorry about all the judgery. In fact, am I? I'm not going to be apologetic because my camera is not on a gimbal. Cheers. Today I felt slightly nauseous because I wanted to listen to Lisa Tarbuck on my podcasts area of the BBC Sounds app, and I couldn't because she broke a leg. I don't know how breaking a leg affects your ability to broadcast, apart from the fact that it must hurt. But I'm guessing there are sedatives, and broadcasting under the influence is always a joy to behold. Lisa's off until March the 21st or thereabouts because she's got a broken leg. And I thought, I don't know why I've got my earphones on. I thought, my dear friend, because you are, And even though tonight you can't exclamation mark ask in the YouTube chat and get talk back directly into my ear, work in progress, need another device, might get my Android device from the parents when they come to see me next week, all the way from the sunny UK. We've had months of rain and snow and ice and all of the other pitiful diseases of the climatic change. Not climactic, everything's climatic here. But the Lisa Tarbuck thing is the epitome. Lisa is the personification of joyful dullness, or to be joyfully dulled. I think we all need to take time out to embrace. I mean, we talk about mindfulness and meditation. I don't think it's that. I think every second of the day can be a meditation if you want it to be. But I think we can do a better job of enjoying all of the stuff that we maybe don't even necessarily like to do. Katie Milkman talks about temptation bundling, and I think that's a great first step where, you know, I was cleaning the bathroom today and I had a Rick Rubin Tetragrammaton podcast on with Bill Gurley, who was the venture capitalist on the very good Netflix series called Super Pumped, which was by my good friend from the New York Times, Mike Isaac, the book. I don't think he wrote the screenplay. Temptation bundling is one way to be reveling in the joyfully dull. But this is, if you remember the very blocky arcade game Frogger, this is the first step into the road for joyfully dull. We're gonna have, we're gonna have better cameras. It won't be a shambles. But I don't think for quite a while we'll turn the camera on me. It's not about me. This is about, I don't even expect you to sit down and watch the freaking video. I think you might just listen to it. This might just be a podcast. It might just be inane ramblings. And level setting is important. Just like Joe Wicks and the body coach, you don't go to listen to Joe Wicks if you want an interview. You go if you want to get firmer abs. But the entertainment value is purposefully low. The same for both of us. Like I say, if you're an ASMR addict, subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be lots of noises that you may or may not enjoy. So what is going to happen here? Why are you going to keep coming back for more? Because you are. You're like a butterball. We've got a load of, sorry about that, my beautiful beard caressed the microphone. I won't do that again. I'll move the microphone for the next exciting instalment, insightful instalment. We're going to have a load of stuff. We're going to do some walks. We're going to do some baking. We're going to do some breaditation together. We're going to do some book club together. We're going to do some morning pages together. Although I have to tell you, if you want to get involved in the morning pages bit, the being mindlessly mindful, then you need to sign up, because that stream, my friends, is for subscribers only. And I ain't going down the Patreon route just yet for a long time. So subscribing is 100% free. By the way, I was hoping to get some sort of, you know, when you do that with a wine glass and it produces an unholy screech. But this ceramic vessel was lovingly painted for me by my delicious wife. I like to call it tie-dye. She doesn't. That's fine. She's German. I'm not. But look, take it or leave it. You can go, there are millions of videos on YouTube where you can watch people cycling off roofs, or teaching you the square root of 6. There won't be any of that here. there won't be, you can put your pens down. Nobody's going to get disqualified for cheating. It is a family show. There will be the occasional curse, but I think kids nowadays have heard worse if they've watched a Jason Statham movie. And let's be honest, who hasn't? But this is going to be a wonderful opportunity for us all to just relax and take everything step by step and enjoy life. Think of it like Felicity Kendall and Richard Bryars out of The Good Life in 2026. What's that all about? My chopping board needs moving. A few things need moving, but already there's a sense of peace and restoration and resolve in the kitchen, and I'm proud of that. I'm happy with how things have played out. I'm happy despite the Sunday scaries and the fact that tomorrow's Monday, my friends. We are here together. Now, like I say, in the fullness of time, there'll be interactions, so there will be a real community feel in the chat. I will be more than happy to get involved in the conversation. Like the books, I want us to choose the right public domain books that we can read together. I'm going to be narrating them, so you can sit back, close your eyes. Not great generally for YouTube, but on this occasion you are excused. And I'll just read to you. I might even do some character voices. I've got 8 that I can do passably, but the breaditation will be nice. I tend to bake twice a week, so we might do breaditation both times. I don't know, it depends on whether it's enjoyed or not, but at least once a week, and I'll be getting my fingers very doughy. These days I tend not to spend a long time kneading. I prefer the flap and fold technique. Fold and slap. I tell a lie. I knew it was something that was vaguely bawdy, but you can hang out with me. I'll tell you the ingredients. We can do it together. There will be some kind of newsletter that will let you know what's coming up and what I'm doing and what I'm planning. Tomorrow or Tuesday is a big cooking session. Like I say, the folks are turning up next week, which is like in 48 hours or thereabouts. So I've got a lasagna going in. I've got a curry going in. I've got there was a third as well. Oh, I've got a pie going in. I love a pie. And so do you. Of course you do. That's why you're here. I know you already. People in marketing talk about ideal customer profiles. But look, you're here. I know you're going to love it. And once I beef up my data plan, this is all Wi-Fi, it's all free, so to speak. But once I get my data plan sorted out in Germany, which is a minefield, we'll start taking walks together, networking or walk shopping or walkie-talkie or baby steps, all of those things. And I'm excited to introduce you to the pram cam, as I probably will be going out most of the time with the baby, and the baby prefers to lie down on the job. A better way to do that than a pram. Right, I think that's a great introduction. There's so much more we could say. I could say, I'm not going to say just now. In the great words of Kim Wilde, of the great Kim Wilde, I'm going to keep you hanging on. And if you live in America, that's great. Or Germany, even better, because it's great, it's dark. We'll be getting back together. Like I say, no point complaining about the camera. I'm not interested. This is not about aesthetics. This is about us just step by step getting to know each other, relaxing. And as I say, I'll be getting involved, jumping into the chat. And I've got very excited hands. They do like to dance and shape, and I think I'm a frustrated potter. Might go and check in with Johnny Vegas from near my hometown. He lives in St Helens. I come from Southport, but just down the road from St Helens, and Rainford, if you've ever been that direction. But yeah, we're going to have loads of stuff coming up. And again, today was really just a test of technology. I was going to come to you much earlier, but I had a Discord voice channel open. I didn't realise that Apple is fiercely protective of all of its audio protocols, whatever they are, which meant that I wasn't able to use my microphone because the microphone was already wedded to the voice channel in Discord. And I'm not sure there's any other way of having two audio things happening at the same time. Like I say, Android phone on its way. Problem solved. Okay, I think that'll do. I'm so glad that you joined me. It's gonna, I mean, if you can imagine like a radio show with a video feed, I think that's what it's going to play out as. There'll be some music from time to time. I don't know where it's going. I know there are some fixed slots, like I say. There's breaditation, there's pizza cake, which is what happens once we've baked the loaf, or the cake will be ready and then the pizzas go in. And this is nice to have a bit of a chat and catch up on the day. And I want to hear all about your day as well, and your evenings and everything in between. Get over to joyfullydull.com, sign up, be part of the morning pages movement. That'll be good fun. That's going to be starting later on this week. And let's just make hay while the sun shines, shall we? And just enjoy life in the slow lane. Slow living, slow cooking, slow Dave. It's all in a day's work. Now I've just got to figure out how to switch off the video feed, and I will bade thee well. And I can't wait. And I literally mean that. Don't need to say literally if I mean it. Excited to catch up with you all too soon.